What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Soul Break. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Today I have a crazy pair of sneakers to review, and this is the Air Jordan 1 J Balvin collab. For those of you who don't know, J Balvin is a very famous Colombian singer, and I'm not too familiar with the artist, so I won't go into detail about that. But anyways, these sneakers are set to release on December 8th, but I was really lucky enough to cop a pair early. So what happened was that this morning, a really good friend of mine hit me up saying that he got exclusive access to these sneakers from Nike in my hometown. And this is actually the friend that, hit on the dark mochas as well. And my friend was really nice enough to hand me these pairs over for retail in my size. So I'm so excited to have this pair in hand. And yeah, it's just, as you can see from the video, it's just a crazy pair of sneakers. So let's just not waste any more time and dive right into the shoes. So again, this is a collab with J Balvin, and I've been told that this is it carries a lot of his energy in the shoes. And starting with the upper of the shoe, it's done in this very thick canvas material with this kind of rainbow kind of dye feel. It almost kind of gives off that tie-dye vibe. Almost like a thermal vibe as well. And as you can see, it's at the front of the toe area, it's like all blue, and the bottom area is kind of like greenish, and then moving up towards the upper, like the eyelets, it turns from yellow, orange to hot red. And so it's a really nice mix of colors that reminds you of the rainbow, and I guess the kind of the energy that J Balvin wants to convey through this pair of sneakers. And once again, the material is really thick, and it's really kind of smooth and nice to the touch. It does not feel cheap at all. And then what's interesting about this canvas material is that they did these like jagged edges to kind of give more like flavor and kind of like shapes to the shoe. And I think it's a really nice touch in terms of design. So moving towards the toe area of the shoe, you got that perforated toe, but once again, it's not done in leather that we typically see on Air Jordan 1s. It's actually more of that canvas material. And it's really thick. It's really thick, and it's you can tell that this material is quite durable, and it's really not cheap at all. And moving towards the top area of the shoe, you get that nylon tongue, that typical nylon tongue done in that really light pink. And then towards the tongue tab of the shoe, you can see that typical J Balvin logo with the smiley face done in yellow with the eyes in the shape of the like pink lightning bolts. And I think the tongue tab is nylon as well, and it's done in this bright orange and kind of bright red type of color. On the back of the tongue, you can see a Jordan Jumpman on this kind of like greenish canvas material as well. It's printed onto the back of the tongue tab. And then moving back to the side panel of the shoe, you see more of that canvas material, and then you see this kind of like Nike swoosh stitched onto the side of the shoe using more of that canvas material. And then you can see the gradients going from blue to kind of like green, then yellow and red. So this rainbow color theme is something that's recurring throughout the shoe, and we see over and over again. And then the swoosh is kind of accented with these jagged black edges, and this material is actually leather. I think it's not the best quality leather, but it's there to add more life to the shoe, I would say. And then moving towards the back area of the shoe, you can see this kind of Velcro patch, I would say. It's done in yellow with the Jordan Jumpman embroidered in pink. And then I'm gonna come back to this patch. And once again, this patch is Velcro material, so it can just peel off as you'd like. And then one thing that I found really interesting about the shoe is that on the wings logo, you see that typical Air Jordan text done in black, but in the middle of the logo, you see that Jordan Jumpman kind of in that black circle. So that's not something that we see typically on Jordan 1. So I think that's a very subtle yet interesting touch that has been done on this particular model. Now moving towards the back of the shoe, you see more of that canvas material. This time the heel area is kind of done in that deep blue color. I think it's a really nice touch. You see that gradient coming from blue from the outer of the shoe, and then moving towards the center of the shoe, you see more of that kind of reddish hue on the shoe. And then moving towards the top area, the start of the ankle area, you see that really thick black leather here. It's really nicely padded. And what's interesting about this leather is that I think the sock liner is also done in that kind of, I don't know, I thought it was leather, but then I guess it's kind of that, I don't know, I wouldn't say satin, but it's really this nice smooth material on the used on the sock liner. So yeah, I think it's a really nice way to kind of set off the shoe with that, the overall shoe is just crazy and out there, but then you get that nice, ankle area done in black to kind of like balance everything out. I don't think it's a huge balancing out effect, but you get the point. Now moving on to the midsole of the shoe, you get that, once again, that really light pink on the midsole, and then the outsole, you see more of that really light pink all across the outsole with that, like the traction pad and the Nike logo. So yeah, it's just a really, really flashy shoe. It's a really loud shoe, but something tells me this is really nicely put together, and it carries a lot of energy in itself. And I think that's precisely what J Balvin wanted to convey through this particular Jordan model. Oh, and another detail that I want to mention is that the foam or the sponge on the tongue is showing to kind of give off that deconstructive vibe. And what I've noticed is that this tongue is really, really thick. So I guess you get that extra padding or cushioning on the tongue. Now, on the other side of the shoe, it's basically the same thing, but then there are some details I want to point out. So on the tongue tab on this side of the shoe, you see that green kind of canvas material on the tongue with that Jordan Jumpman in black printed onto the tongue tab. And on the back, you see that J Balvin smiley face logo on the back of the tongue tab done on that bright orange canvas. So what I'm trying to say is that they kind of do like a mix and match kind of effect by doing kind of inverted tongue tabs. And what's really interesting is that we typically see the Nike Air kind of the OG treatment on these kind of OG retro cuts, but it's an interesting decision that J Balvin decided to put the Jumpman logo on this tongue tab. I've been told that some people don't like that decision because I guess the OG heads want to see that kind of Nike Air or like the OG treatment on the tongue tab. But as I thought more and more about this model, I think it's a better choice done by J Balvin, because on this side of the shoe, you got that smiley face logo, and I don't think it would really make much sense to have, just like letters saying Nike Air on this side. So I think it was a nice choice by either J Balvin or Nike to kind of balance out the left and right shoes by keeping the kind of like the signature logos on the tongue tab. So I think aesthetically speaking, I think it's a more a pleasing choice done on this model. And then another detail that I want to mention is that on this side, once again, you see that Jordan Jumpman on the left shoe, but then you see that kind of the J Balvin smiley face logo patch done with the Velcro material. Now, this is where things get really interesting. This shoe actually comes with three sets of extra laces. One in white, one done in that kind of light pink to match with the midsole and the tongue, and then you get this Volt green lace. And I don't know, having three extra sets of laces and then another set of laces, obviously the factory lace, the black OG laces, you get 4 laces with this shoe, and I think that's crazy. That's kind of almost on the like level of the the Travis Scott Jordan 1 And yeah, you can just tell that how much work and attention to detail that Jordan Brand and J Balvin paid in constructing this model. And adding to that, you get the extra Velcro patches that you can swap out, and you can see you get two patches that look like basketballs, and then the other ones look like this typical J Balvin lightning logo done on a pink background with the yellow lightning. So yeah, I mean detail wise, this shoe is just on another level. And another detail that I forgot, man, this shoe is full of details. Another detail that I forgot to mention is that on the insole, you see that bright green insole with, once again, with the yellow J Balvin smiley face logo printed onto the insole. And it's basically the same thing for the other side of the shoe. So once again, this shoe is just jam-packed with a lot of surprises, a lot of details, and a lot of craziness. Now, say what you say, you can say these are clown shoes or whatever, but this is definitely going into my collection. I really want to cop a pair of this Jordan 1, and I think it's a really nice way to, top off the end of the year in terms of collecting Jordans. Now, wearability wise, I'll be 100% straight up with you. I'm not gonna wear these. I will not wear these on the streets. Well, I don't know, maybe like years from now, but like for the time being, I'm not gonna wear them. But that doesn't mean that I'm gonna flip them either. I've checked, and the resale prices are creeping on, going like crazy right now. But I don't plan on flipping these either. I mean, it was a generous retail gift from my friend, and I'm just gonna keep this in my collection and just kind of this is just a piece to look at. I mean, I've got plenty of other Jordans to wear, so I think I'm just gonna keep this in my collection since it's so nicely put together. But having said that, if you really wanted to wear these, I don't think it would be a problem. I think J Balvin actually wore these on stage, maybe on like one of those like concerts or like a Super Bowl event. But anyways, yeah, if you want to wear them, yeah, just do whatever you want to do. Sizing wise, I guess it would be just fine going true to size, given that these just are a Jordan 1 model and there's no extra like padding inside the shoe. So going true to size would not be a problem at all. I don't know if these are going to be really like widely available in terms of stock number, but for some reason the resale price is going pretty high, and in my opinion, I would not pay that kind of resale price to buy these, because especially because I'm not planning to wear these. But if you would really want a pair of these in your collection, you could perhaps go for it, because I mean, this is like, we're not going to be able to see this kind of like Jordan 1 collabs in the near future, and this is just definitely a collector's piece, if you know what I mean. So anyways, thanks for watching the video. I really hope you found this video entertaining, and if you found this video interesting, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps me and my channel grow, and I'll keep pushing more content really soon. I got a lot more shoes coming in really soon, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching.